What up, everyone? It's your friendly snowman here. Um, as you probably had understand it, I haven't done any streams for the past 1 or 2 weeks now. Um, Reasons why I had done any stream is that I either had a bad headache or I took a nap before streams, so I was just still tired even afterwards. Um, so um, And even the 30 starts Gameshow stream were supposed to be about Thomas and Friends, but yeah, that might be just later on. So, and I was quite bored, so I had no else to do. I mean, I spent most of the day watching YouTube on my TV, so that's something though. But other than that, I haven't done a thing at all. At least I have this knucklehead.
That's me.
How you been doing?
I've been doing alright.
Yeah, probably it's not the same here. Just a long board day. Apparently, Brony's not showing up since he has school tomorrow. And
Ah,
your brother is at gym, as always.
actually, Roy's at the beach today. He's like, "Oh, I want to
Seriously?
get tan or something like that." I don't know.
Huh. Well, I thought the Brony wasn't showing up, but alright. I don't know who else will join in at this time. Yeah, he's probably not talking since he usually don't. Yeah, it's okay, the Brony. So, I don't know. I mean, I usually do streams every week, but when I usually take a nap and after, even shortly afterward waking up, I'm just still tired. It's like my brain is just still in half sleep mode, even though the brain never sleeps. So, yeah. So I decided to do a stream today instead. Even though I normally don't do it on Sundays, but it has happened before. Any words from Retro?
He doesn't usually say that he's coming in. Usually, he just pops in. So,
True. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, since Brony wouldn't been able to do this, and your brother is at the beach, not the gym, and Malachite. Well, that's the thing. We don't even know when or if he even show up. Normally, he is usually most of the time um, unavailable on Saturdays, but yeah, and don't expect Figo to show up since she is actually not at home. She told me that she went to some sort of festival since for the past few days now. So she's not available later. And I really don't count on Cody to show up, since even if you do show up, it just he usually don't stay for such a long time. And I have I did mention it to Cody Lane, Cody the Dragon, that he hasn't even showed up mostly to my time. He actually had been applying for a second job, Pizza Hut, but he doesn't know if he has got it to work yet or something. But it will eventually happen. Yeah, so that I really have no idea what to do even this day. I mean, I went through. I've been watching a lot of different videos for the past 2 days or 3 days now with different cryptid topic. Just just go through some of those, see where more additional information there are to. And each of the 50 states in the U.S. has their own versions of cryptids, and so I decided why not to go through to see if there was any more additional information of those cryptids. I mean, I perhaps I will have even use the same cryptids from the first two quizzes I've done, but add some more information that I wasn't aware of. I mean, of course, there are some when it comes to certain creatures that I won't be able to use. Some that one of the creatures that I did notice once, it kind of looked like a rowboat. I'm not kidding. It literally looked like a rowboat with head, just with legs, four legs, walking around. And there is one called Squonk. I think it's called. It looks like it's a dog-sized small creature, always sad. And if anyone tried to capture it, it immediately turned itself into a puddle of tears. And those creatures are had been categorized as fearsome critters that were usually talked about lumberjacks. So those creatures were not being included since, well, they were like very strange. Like I mean, like I said, one is looked at almost like a small rowboat with four legs. One looked to have an axe as a head. It's not your typical cryptid. When it is, of course, when it comes to many of those different cryptids, you really have to thinking: are those cryptids, or are they just some part of an old folklore, or is it just some urban legends? Because when it comes to cryptids and urban legends, there are always some a line of what they were being classified as cryptids or urban legends. It's some of the things that it's yeah. So and there are some former cryptids that I wouldn't even use. Some animals that have considered as being a cryptid for a long time turned out they weren't. Have you heard of melonheads?
Nope.
Oh boy, I don't tell you. That's the melonheads are is an American supposed to be a cryptid or urban legend. It comes from three different states: Ohio, Connecticut, and Michigan. But there are each those state has its own version of the stat, the melonheads. But some of them are well, I think it was from the Connecticut where the children were um, former not slaves but former prisoners from a mental asylum that was burned down, and which most of the staff and other prisoners or inmates were killed. Some of them were actually escaping the woods where they started to live on um, basically anything that they come across those like animals, roadkills, or even minor things, which eventually led them to do inbreeding among themselves, which caused their head to be like shaped as a melon. One of the stories from other different, I believe, was from Ohio. The same thing, but different is that they were children were part of a colonial uh, prominent family, which they were accused of witchcraft, which the family left, vanished into the woods. Same thing happened to that. They repeat the same thing as the first part of the story. And the third, from Michigan, it's kind of similar to the first one from Connecticut. Instead, there was a doctor on this type of hospital, somewhat deep in the woods, that performed some experiments. Would eventually those children that would become the melonheads attacked and killed them, and they escaped into the woods, and well, the same thing as that. And so that is what I consider not as a cryptid, more as a urban legend. Because since it's from three different states, there are three different versions of the origin story of how they even end up. So if anyone asks, no, to me it is not like an cryptid, and it's just no. Well, it seems no one else is showing up. Oh boy, do the same thing as before. You against a D20.
Hey, I only did that as a joke. Uh, do you really want me to go against the D20? Especially because I don't know anything about Star Wars whatsoever.
Well, considering that you did win the first one.
Eh, not sure people will show up eventually.
Um, but you may not need a D20 against you because we have our friendly Michigan potato. What
Okay,
up?
let's see how this goes.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're not doing the Thomas and Friends shit, friend Thomas and ships, but Thomas and Friends. It just I was bored and I decided why not to do one of those game show streamers for my own shoes.
Well, I particularly wasn't sure if you remembered our chat from Friday or on Thursday last week, since we said we were going to do it on Saturday yesterday because Game Guy was going out to the restaurant.
Yeah, I must have forgotten about it. I was just bored. There was nothing else to do.
Mm.
Hope you're ready for 150 questions. Nah, just 81.
Mm.
Are you gonna play
I
though?
I I suppose. Yeah.
I mean,
Since I do
if you
have
didn't, if you
my
didn't,
favorite
then we
character,
wouldn't be able to
since I
do
do
this.
have my favorite character's name in my name.
Hmm.
Ah, yes, my favorite Star Wars character, Goldfire.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I mean he's an amazing looking robot. I can't I like his design, honestly.
Yep.
Plus, he doesn't talk like humans. And seeing robots talk in their own type of language, like beeping and all that stuff, is quite interesting.
Yeah, that's actually a binary code language, and there are actually I think I don't know how common within that galaxy that people can actually stand that beeping sounds, since there are a lot of other droids like C-Profio or assassin models that can actually speak like a human being, but some models that like R2 or BB-8 doesn't speak at all. And of course, this is this type of droid that the Empire use. What called mouse droid. There's like small square shaped boxes type of droids on the ships and all that. They were mainly used for maintenance, but they were not quite popular in the Galaxy community. I'd say that. Damn, the mosquitoes. Ah, I hate them.
Don't we
I
all?
really hate this. Well, I say this. Earlier this summer, the mosquitoes was almost non-seen. Meaning, I never even had any mosquito problem this summer. But now lately, it is. Uh, now it's really starting up. But I don't know. Frankly, I don't even care. As long as the mosquitoes didn't get too much. As my parents told me once last week when they went to my grandparents' graves, they told me, but they get to the car, it was like a swarm of mosquitoes, like a cloud. But I don't know. I don't know if they were even serious about that or if there's some sort of joke. Even though I've seen people have the same problem, seen that before. But yeah, let's see who will win this time.
Not me.
I think who's gonna go first?
I said talking here. What did your breath smells? Hey. I don't know. Terrible, whatever.
You can use a D20 for who's got the highest or the lowest number to start.
No, okay, I can go first.
Seriously, computer?
Game Grant can be
Seriously?
on top even if I do go first.
All right.
Since we haven't done a first on the bottom and second on the top before.
True. All right. First question. What color did Lobaka have on his lightsaber? A. Blue. B. Green. C. Purple. Or D. Bronze?
Who had it?
Lobaka. What color did he have on his lightsaber blade? Blue, green, purple, or bronze?
Uh, Blue?
Wrong. It's actually D. Bronze, which
I
is one of the
never,
rare.
I never saw that one.
No,
I've only
because
seen,
Lobaka.
I've only seen blue, red, and green.
Well, Lobaka's actually hasn't even been seen in any other movies or TV shows because he is not from the canon sources anymore. He is from the expanded Universal Legends. He is actually and blue and green are the most more common colors. Like red which is for the Sith. But but there are also number of other colors, like in a Jedi temple on Coruscant, the temple guard they use yellow colored. Each color in Jedi's represent a typical role. I believe green is for Jedi Guardian, blue Jedi Counselor or Scholar, and as Mace Windu, he had a purple. So there are many different colors, but each one are could be more rare. Some are more really common. So, and Lobaka's bronze color is one of the rare ones. I would have been surprised. And if somebody wants to ask if there's a rainbow color, no, there aren't any. Next, first hard question for you, game guy.
It's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, pretty much. Before the Galactic Empire, Galactic Republic existed, there was another government known as Infinite Empire. Which species controlled it? A. The Hutts. B. Duros. C. Rakatan. Or D. Human.
Hope you like the sound of dice rolling because you're gonna hear it a lot this stream. C final.
Ding ding ding. Correct. It's actually Rakatan.
Thank you, D20. Really the first of many.
Number 3. How many planets belong to the Infinite Empire? A. 200. B. 500. C. 1000. Or D. 900.
Mm, 500.
Ding ding ding. Correct. Exactly 500. Yeah, this the Infinite Empire is one of the first empires or galactic governments, but way before the Galactic Republic was even existed. And the Infinite Empire chose these planets for a reason. Each of those worlds were rich with the Force, meaning people on the planet could have been a potential source of the Force. They used they and this was even before the actual hyperdrive itself was even invented. The Infinite Empire or the Wakanda species actually invent this the first, supposedly the first hyperdrive, except for the one detail: the power source was literally people. They can find the people in pods and use those people's force powers or their force energy as the main power source to the hyperdrives. So if like say if Game Gear was force sensitive, if he was strong in connection to force, he could be put into those pods and he could be feeling pain, like intense pain, while his energy is being powered one of those ships. But after the actual hyperdrive was invented, that type of machines were long forgotten. Since the force the Rakanan only used the dark side of the force. Eventually, they were also force sensitive species, but after they suffered from a plague, that was cut off, meaning their empire would eventually collapse. They couldn't even use the force anymore, and meant they couldn't even power any of their technology. No ships, nada. Which eventually led them to be extinct. Number 4. In which star system were the space station known as Centerport Station located? A. Kashyyyk system. B. Endor system. C. Corellian system. Or D. Yavin system.
All right, got one so far, and it fell, but I did get a super D. D final.
D.
Yeah.
Wrong. It's actually C. Corellian system.
Dang. I
Number
mean, I
5.
probably could have
Trick
gotten C,
question.
but I don't know.
Number 5. Trick question. Were there any Ewok as a Jedi? Yes or no?
Do I dare ask Game Guy for a D20 roll?
I'm sorry, that's not allowed. Also, I know what you're thinking. Roy has his own D20, so the rules the rules the same for him too.
So what do you answer?
I honestly have no no clue. If you're talking about the TV series, I feel you probably could have gone for some of the movies, but I honestly would have no idea. I would honestly just say no.
No. Wrong. Exactly yes. And this evil Kirai never appeared on any other shows or the movies, only as the comic part actually. And Ewoks is actually among the few rare species that can actually have force powers. Unlike Ewoks, the Wookiees are also one of the rares. I wasn't even aware there was even a Ewok as a Jedi. I mean, they're like the small teddy bears, literally. Number 6. Which species did build the Centerpoint Station? A. Kilix. B. Celestial. C. Duros. Or D. Human.
Alright, please don't fall off this time. That's what happened last time. There we go. Alright. B final.
B. Wrong. It's actually A. Kilix. Number 7. From which planet were the insectoid race Kilix from? A. Fundor. B. Alderaan. C. Kashyyyk. Or D. Corellia.
Oh, what?
From which planet were the insectoid species Kilix from? A. Fundor. B. Alderaan. C. Kashyyyk. Or D. Corellia.
I never heard of any of these planets. Since you're bringing up stuff I don't even know about Star Wars, I'll just say C.
Hmm.
C ain't wrong. Actually, B, Alderaan. Well, Alderaan is the planets which were blown up in the fourth movie, which Leia was living with, which weren't her actual home since she was adopted by the royal family there. Kashyyyk is the home of the Wookiees, and Corellia is the home world of Han Solo is from. Fondor, ooh, I don't know much about the planet itself, but it's actual part of the Star Wars universe. Anyways, number 8. How old were Lobaka when he went to study at Luke's new Jedi Order? A. 11, B. 15, C. 19, or D. 17?
Let's find out. D final?
D.
Yeah.
Ain't wrong, it's actually C. 19.
Okay. Actually
Yeah,
landed on 19, so maybe I should have gone for that. I don't know.
yeah. The only difference of Luke's Jedi Order and the old one that they were only allowing um, students to be joining from when they're infant and to as like a toddler age, but in Luke's order, that was not even that changed. Some could have been teenagers, some could have been in the early to late 20s. Even older people could join. Number 9. How tall are Lobaka? A. 6 feet 8 inches. B. 7 feet 5 uh, 7 feet to 5 inches, or C, 7 feet or 4 inches, or D, 8 feet.
Mm.
It's either 6 feet 8 inches, 7 feet 5 inches, 7 feet 4 inches, or 8 feet.
A final?
A, wrong, it's actually C, 7 feet 4 inches. Number 10. How many moons around the gas giant Yavin can support life? A, 2, B, 5, C, 8, or D, 3?
I'm gonna go with B final.
Wrong, that's actually 3. D.
Dang.
It's, yeah. One of those moons was actually Yavin 4, with the rebels used as their base in the fourth episode for the first movie they made. And I believe one of them were inhabited by two different races, but they were complete wiped out by another race. Number 11. What was the Coruscant's ancient name? A. Neutron, B. Mortron, C. Deuteron, or D. Sutron? I put the
C
name in.
final?
Wrong, exactly. A. Neutron. Yeah, that was the ancient name for the planet before they changed into Coruscant much later on. Number 12. Which planet is nicknamed Queen of the Core? A. Alderaan, B. Coruscant, C. Alaskan, or D. Nalhata.
Okay, yes, dice. D final.
Hmm?
It's a D final.
D. Ain't wrong. It's actually B. Coruscant.
Darn.
Nalhada is the new homeworld of the Hutt species after they lost their own. Number 13. Oh boy. What was the Mace Windu's lightsaber color? A. Green, B. Yellow, C. Blue, or D. Purple?
Um, I'm gonna go for that one. I'm gonna say purple. Swedish.
Hang on. You said D. Purple? Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Correct. Exactly purple. It's purple. Number 14. How old were Palpatine when he died? A. 96 years, B. 76 years, C. 86 years, or D. 106 years?
It's pretty cool. Alright, D final.
D?
Yes, D.
Wrong. It's actually C. 86
Ha!
years.
I'm never gonna get any of these right, you know. We're at a stalemate, I would just like to mention.
Number 15. How many light years are Coruscant from the galactic core? A. 25,000, B. 30,000, C. 10,000, or D. 40,000?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I was putting my point in since Game Guy didn't do it.
Oh,
How
sorry.
many how many light years are Coruscant from the galactic core? A. 25,000, B. 30,000, C. 10,000, or D. 40,000?
Um, 40,000.
Wrong. Exactly C. 10,000. Trick question for you, game guy. Number 16. Did Palpatine clone himself? Yes or no?
Yes.
Ding ding ding. He did.
Finally, I
Even
get a
though
point.
in the legends he did multiple. He actually had I don't know how many clones, but he cloned himself multiple times. But unfortunately, the only difference that each clone that he did, he could transfer his consciousness by some called essence transfer technique, which is a force power ability. But the thing is, each time when he used the clone would eventually die of due to the fact of his dark side's use. It made his clones age faster. He decided then to his before his final body was killed, it to use Anakin Solo, Leia's son, as the new host of his spirit. The remaining other clones that were still in the tubes were eventually destroyed by one of his own servants. So we've made the end of his possibility to come back. And well. Our
Don't worry about it.
friendly, don't worry,
Hey, we're
he
good.
won't talk. So
I was gonna say don't worry about it. We're cool, but yeah, we didn't really miss much. Me and Valkyrie only had 2 points, so pretty easy for you to
yeah,
catch up.
and honestly though, Hayden, I was not even pissed at you at all since I wasn't basically in that call where it happened, so
I
I
was just
wasn't
in a
really much.
really pissed off mood, so that's why I was a little, you know,
Yeah, I can understand if Malachi took that offensive about
was.
his mention of the
But
House of Friends and that, but I wasn't there, so yeah, even if I was there, I wouldn't have been taken as much as offensive at all, since I haven't seen it show it much for the past several years now. So I mean, I can understand why Malachi was or Goldfire was a little bit upset about it, but just to put in a little bit of warning next time, just perhaps avoid anything like that in the future, so this won't repeat itself again. Just saying. So I mean, it's just that we don't want to make anyone else upset or something or like it. I'm not trying to lecture you or something like that. It's for the best to probably to avoid that from happening again. Just saying next time. I don't know how the others would have been, take it. I mean, it's not hard to say this, but it's possible that if Hayden would say something like that again, it could, or perhaps even to someone else say something about one particular topic. I mean, it's. I mean, if okay, if Hayden would say something like that again about Thomas of France to and Malachi was there, well, he might not be that easy to forgive him. So it's um it's really difficult to say that much. Well, when we talked about the presidents, we were only talking about our opinions about Donald Trump and all that. Of course, many people may think us we are jerks talking so bad about him. But of course, it is based on what we talked about some of those things that was considered bad what he did. That's all. Even though he perhaps did something good for us as a president, I don't know. I mean, I never really followed much of the politics. In my opinion, it's what it is. But in my defense, I only talk from the most negative things about Trump. It's only what had been what I have seen from on the news and what I read about him, and what I heard from other people's talk or heard what they heard about Trump's did. So it's just that. So yeah, so next time just try to at least avoid that from happening again. It just not a good time to do that. So okay, let's focus on this questions. Number 17. What is the name of Jabba's son? A. Rota, B. Dota, C. Noda, or D. Gota?
whose question is this? Mine?
These Malachites. This is the
All right.
name. This is the name of the options that he can choose from.
And if Hayden wants to join in, then he can go after Malachite, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Uh, D.
D.
I'm looking at them and I'm between A and D, but I'm hold on a minute, actually. Uh, Yeah. Um. Oh, what was the question again?
Uh, what is the name of Yaba's son? Rota, Dota, Nota, or Gota?
I'll say A final.
They did incorrect. Exactly, Rota.
Hmm.
The thing, the thing is that Yaba's son, well, all I can say is Yaba is actually both the mother and the father,
Huh?
since his yeah, Yaba's species actually is hermaphrodites, meaning they have both genders, like the snails, for example. Okay, number 18 for Hayden. From which planet are Palpatine from? A. Kuat, B. Naboo, C. Coruscant, or D. Corellia? Yeah, it is.
You know you can
And
talk.
He can't because his mic's being weird. He probably didn't
and
read that. It's somewhere in here.
yeah, and also this does involve any doesn't involve any of the episode 7 to 9 movies, only from the original Star Wars Legends. But you said with C, Coruscant, wrong, it's actually B, Naboo. Number 19, hard question for you, game guy.
Yep.
Uh, how many stories tall is the 500 Republica building on Coruscant? A. 500, B. 900, C. 1000, or D. 800?
I don't need the D20 for this. A final.
Wrong, actually C. 1000.
Dang. It was called the 500, so I thought that was like a reference to how high it was. That
Yeah,
had to
but
be.
yeah, but a building that's at 1000 storage tall, that's incredible.
I was almost tempted to go with 1,002, but I don't know.
True. Okay, for Goldfire. Number 20. How high were Anakin Skywalker's midichlorian count? A. 12,000, B. 15,000, C. 11,500, or D. 20,000?
Don't worry, Hayden. I never watched it either, so I'm right there with you. Oops.
Goldfire, it's your turn.
C final.
Wrong, it's actually D. 20,000. Is the thing about this, Anakin actually has the highest count of midichlorian than any other Jedi's. And even way more, he surpassed even Grandmaster Yoda's level. The fact that Anakin had one mother, but the father, there were none. So, alright, Hayden, I'll skip you for now. So, Anakin's father is actually the Force itself. Some believes There was actually Darth Plagueis, Palpatine's own master, that was behind it. Since he did a lot of things, manipulations with the Midichlorian count. Number 21. Since will be Game Guide's question again for now.
Cool.
Since he didn't have to go for had to do the dog for now, so well take care of the dog for some reason. Number 21. How many delegations are trying to get Palpatine to step down as Supreme Chancellor? A. 200, B. 600, C. 2000, or D. 900?
Alright, if I get to see him rerolling, there's no way it's that much. That's not C. Okay, cool. B, final.
B ain't wrong. It's actually C. 2000.
Never mind. I didn't think it was gonna be that much.
Yeah, they are not actually known as the delegation of 2000. Some of those delegations were like Moff Mothma, Padme, Bail Organa, but a lot of those delegations were eventually arrested by Palpatine because they, after they first found out which ones were part of this, and yeah, so I mean, I knew there was a lot of delegations that were want be I wanted to Supreme Chancellor to step down from power, but I wasn't really to know exactly 2,000. That's like serious a lot of people. But all right. Trick question for Goldfire: can Plo Koon breathe without his mask in an oxygen atmosphere? Yes or no? Goldfire, it's your turn.
Malachi, you still there?
Be right back.
Alright. I suppose I'll be right back as well.
Oh boy. Well, since he's not answering that, and this was actually a trick question, so Earth to Gold Fighter, Earth to Gold Digger. Well, everyone is muted, and alright, that's just peachy. Well, hey, Mr. Get Banana, wake up. Suddenly everyone is, well, apparently so.
I'm
Malachite,
back.
if you're not waking up soon,
I wasn't sleeping.
well, blame Hayden. He was the one who said it, not me.
So, what is the question and answer since I was not here?
Well, there's a trick question. Can Plo Koon breathe without his mask in an oxygen atmosphere, yes or no?
Yes.
Wrong, exactly no. His species can't breathe in our type of
Some trick
atmosphere.
question. Some trick question.
Well, okay, number 23, which is, will be a game guide again, since Hayden is, well, not answering his question for a moment. Which is Palpatine's secret throne world? A. Naboo, B. Corellia, C. Biss, or D. Quat? Well, Hayden, if you're still playing, since you said that you were taking care of the dog, so
Never mind. I was
all
gonna.
right. So, which world do you say it is? Is it Naboo, Corellia, Biss, or Quat? A. Naboo, B. Corellia, C. Biss, or D. Quat? Oh, bye, Aiden. He said,
But it goes with
he
B.
said B, which is wrong, exactly C. Biss. Number 24. Yuzong Wang attacked and wiped out all life forms on the moon in Yavin system. Which one was it? A. Yavin 10, Yavin 4, Yavin 13, or D. Yavin 8?
And I'm rerolling this thing. Cool. Alright. Actually, wait. D, final.
Wrong, actually C. Yavin 13.
Alright.
Number 25. How old were Jedi Master Oppo Recensis when he was killed during the Order 66? A. 157 years. B. 197 years. C 187 years, or D 167 years?
B final.
Wrong, exactly C 187. It was close. It's the only difference that in Canada
I
now.
hate Roy's logic.
Well,
It's
but
weird
the
because
only
usually
diff-
when he does his logic is usually right. So I don't know what's up with that.
in, the difference is about this. This particular character, he died in Legends, but in canon, despite that, after the the Order fell and most of the Jedi's were wiped out, he was no one of those casualties. So they changed his lifestyle. That number 26. How old were Jedi Master Jarl when she died? A. 283 years. B. 783 years. C. 483 years. Or D. 383 years.
I'm gonna go with C.
C. Ding ding ding. Correct. Exactly 483 years. She belonged to the same species as Master Yoda. And Hayden is back. Okay, number 27. From which planet is Sith Lord Count Dooku from? A. Corellia. B. Coruscant. C. Naboo. Or D. Sereno. And this is Malaka's question. And it's fine, Hayden. That happens sometimes with the
Uh,
chat has been restarts.
Sereno.
Ding ding ding. Correct, it's actually Sereno. The number 28 trick question for Hayden. Is there any element that these lightsabers can't cut through? Yes or no? You said no. Wrong. Exactly. Yes. There is a.
I can I can actually kind of point to that. I remember seeing the one movie where Luke was the kid racing in one of those races, and I think it was in this one where someone with a blue lightsaber was fighting one of the villains, and he also had a lightsaber, and he cut right through the guy's mid section, like his stomach and chest.
That must
Was that
been.
such a good thing to bring up?
I think that was the fifth movie. This The Empire Strikes Back, because that movie also um
Well,
where
it was one of the two.
yeah, I think it was in the fifth movie where actually when they were on this ice planet where Luke was lost in a storm and that Han went after him, and he managed to save Luke, but his and they used named animals called tauntauns to ride on. They were like kind of like a kangaroo mixed with a ram, kind of. And they can't survive a too cold temperature themselves. So, in order to survive the cold night, Han used Luke's lightsaber and cut off the stomach on his running animal, and put Luke inside the animal and himself, which it's disgusting for many of the rebels, but sometimes desperate need doesn't have any limits. And I think you guys would have done the same thing if you were in that position. I mean, rather being exposed to cold temperature that you may not even survive, rather being that or being inside an animal's uh, inside to keep yourself warm. Even despite you might smell like terrible day after, but it would be worth it in the end. Trust me. Rather than doing that or not being like being a frozen zombie next day. Anyways, as a question that was for Hayden, it was a no. There was actually a yes. That there are elements that even lightsabers can't cut through. One of them is called Cortortis, I believe. If you use that metal as, like I say, a sword, if someone cut through the and the blade, a lightsaber blade, cut through that, will is hit the blade, it it will turn off the lightsaber for a few minutes. That was one of the side effects. But that particular element, that particular metal element, is rare, so it's not like uncommon common metal to be used. Okay, number 29 for Game Guide. How old were Count Dooku when Anakin killed him? A. 78. A. 78 years. B. 69 years. C. 83 years. Or D. 92 years.
D final.
Hmm?
D final.
Wrong with actually C. 83 years. Anakin cut off his head as a way to kill him.
Of course he did.
Even though he wasn't supposed, even though he was not originally the one to plan to do it, they were hoping to have him put him on trial for his crimes. But yeah, but Dooku, he used to be a Jedi, but he left the Order, felt that how the Galactic Republic was very much corrupt, so he felt he didn't want to be part of that anymore, so he left. You can actually leave the Order at any time, despite if you're a Padawan, a Jedi Knight, or even a Master. You can even be if you were even the Grand Master, you can even step down from being a part of the Order. But say this, even when Order 66 happened, and even only before the Clone Wars was still much around, if there was any Jedi's that decided to leave the Order, and even after Order 66 was initiated, those Jedi's who left the Order could still be a target for that Order 66 or the Great or the Jedi Purge. Despite they never being part of the Order for many years, they can still be hunted down and killed because they were considered as a threat no matter what. Okay, number 30 for Goldfire. When did humans first start to colonize the planet that would be known as Alderaan? A. 24,500 BBY, B. 22,500 BBY, or C. 21,500 BBY, or D. 27,500 BBY. I can put the options in the private so you can see.
Mm.
I I'm gonna say B.
B ain't wrong. It's actually D. 27,500 BBY.
I mean, I originally thought it could have been A, but serious, seriously, you should have been sticking with the movies for a Star Wars quiz.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things that actually involves from the movies itself, and you know, when the most of the Star Wars, or most of the planets were colonized, they didn't even have hyperdrives. Most of the ships were rather sleeper ships, meaning the whole crew was in sleep. Oh, well, Retro's here apparently.
Hello, you guys. Woke up from a nap. I'm sorry.
Are you okay, dude?
Yeah, I just woke up from a nap.
Well, your sound's a little bit different from usually part.
Yeah, I woke up from a nap.
I mean, your voice is quite raspy, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me a drink of water. Hello there, Swedish.
Hello. Oh well, Hayden. That's yeah. It sounds like someone actually kicked him in the nuts, and it became a much deeper voice.
That's a X from me. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh,
You sure you good though, Retro?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna go wash my face and drink some water.
I didn't say anything. Thanks, Malachi. Okay, what's the next question?
All good, we're gonna drink water.
next question is for Hayden. The Infinite Empire has a massive shipyard station known as Starforge. What is the power source? A. Fusion reactors. B. Dark sun of the force. C. Solar energy. Or D. Nuclear energy. You said B. Dark side of the force. Ding ding ding. Correct. It's actually dark side of the force.
Yup, because Mom and Miss Esther and Miss
Number 32 for Game Guide.
What's
Trick
up with
question.
water?
Did the Infinite Empire
Yes, he wants
control
some
the
water
planet
with water
Kashyyyk? Yes
down
or no?
No,
here. I'm filling up.
no, they did
Did
not.
you? Yes or no question.
I know, I said no.
You said no.
Yep.
And wrong is actually yes.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Number 33. Another trick question for Goldfire. Did the
Go right
in-
ahead, dude.
Infinite Emp- Did the Infinite Empire cause the trees on Kashyyyk grow to giant size? Yes or no?
Yes.
Ding ding ding. Correct. Exactly yes. Number 34 for Hayden. All right. Okay, the will we go to Game Guy again though. What species does Jedi Master Queenland Boss belong to? A. Kifar, B. Human, C. Merluca, or D. Dural?
Oh, you have 5? Sorry, I didn't. I guess I didn't catch that one. It's gotta be a long day. I got a 1. Sure. Why not? Cool. Alright, A, final.
A. Ding ding ding, correct, exactly A.
Oh, thank you, 1.
There's only
Okay,
Praise
guys,
word.
how do I sound now?
sounds a
A
bit
lot
better.
better.
Mm,
I had to drink water.
hey,
And only one of those.
hey, Retro, would you subscribe to my channel? I'm gonna try something new someday soon.
Gaming?
Um, actually, it's more of like a trivia head to head
Okay,
based
I'll
on
sub to your channel.
subjects.
What's your channel called? Hold on, let me subscribe to you.
Hold
What's your
on a minute.
channel called?
I'll go get it.
Yeah,
Actually,
get the link. I'll subscribe to you. Actually, on my channel, I
while
do
Space
lots of
goes for the
gaming.
next question.
And actually, I'm planning to change my
Hmm.
name to RGS Plays YouTube. I'm actually planning to change my name because the name that I have right now is pretty dumb, and anybody has that name, if you search me up.
Hmm. Well, with me, I don't really do videos. I just do live streams.
Oh, cool! You do live
Does sound like
streams.
me. I don't do them either. Videos, I mean.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Hopefully that works.
Do you mind if I switch over to no? Do you mind if I switch over to my computer?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you switch ahead.
Anyways, let's continue. Hard question for Goldfire. Number 35. How long did the Infinite Empire lasted before it fell? A. 11,253 years. B. 13,253 years. C. 14,253 years. Or D. 20,253 years.
Hmm. Hmm. What are the choices again?
A. 11,253 years. B. 13,253 years. C. 14,253 years. Or D. 20,253 years.
I'll say C, final.
Okay, I just subscribed to your channel, man.
Alright. Well, I'll say C, final.
Oh my god, that was just insane. Me having a deep voice and everything.
You said C?
It's the only one I could think of.
Oh, you should probably not play that.
Wrong. It's actually A. 11,253 years. Number 36 for Game Guy. When were the Starforge shipyard built by the Infinite Empire? A. 20,000 BBY, B. 40,000 BBY, C. 10,000 BBY, or D. 30,000 BBY?
Uh, C.
Hey, Swedish. I'm gonna go
C
stream
ain't
right
wrong, it's
now.
actually D.
I will catch you. I will catch you. Let you guys later.
Alright,
But feel free to come by if you want to.
sure.
All of you
They
guys.
might. Well, after this, obviously. Yeah, I'm saying C.
As
Yes, if they say it's C, it's actually wrong, it's actually D. 30,000.
Dang.
You ever seen Goldfire?
again, he left before I could even ask him if he could put the link of his channel in so I could subscribe to him.
Now
I
you got his
think,
channel. I'll put it on your Discord later.
yeah. Anyways, number 37. Trick question. Have there been any Sith that used the light side of the Force? Yes or no?
Could you repeat that? You lagged out a bit.
Have there been any Sith that had used the light side of the Force? Yes or no?
Um, no.
Wrong, exactly yes. Only a few, actually. Number 38. How tall were the sentient, now extinct species known as Gartelton, Gar, Gargantel? Okay, I don't. If I mispronounce the name, this is my wrong, well, my mistake. But Gargantel, A 95 feet, B 35 feet, C 65 feet, or D 45 feet. Game guy, your turn.
Oh, it is. Sorry, I thought it was Hayden's.
No, he went to the store for a moment, so
B final.
wrong, exactly C 65 feet.
Dang.
From which planet were the Sith species' original homeworld? A. Datomir, B. Korriban, C. Ziost, or D. Mustafar?
B final.
B. Korriban. Ding ding ding. Correct. Actually, B. They were actually originally from that planet, but eventually they were forced to leave to another different planet due to a civil war. Actually, number 40. From which planet are Senator Mon Mothma from? A. Corellia, B. Naboo, C. Chandrilla, or D. Kuat? And this is Game Guy's question.
A final?
Wrong, exactly C. Chandrilla.
Hmm.
41. From which species did the bounty hunter Cat Bane belong to? A. Duros, B. Nikto, C. Trandoshan, or D. Clantonian?
I'm gonna have to say C on this one.
C, ain't wrong. It's actually A, Duros.
Mm.
Number 42 for Game Guide. How old are the Jedi Master Crook in the year 140 ABY? A. 110 years, B. 130 years, C. 190 years, or D. 170 years?
See?
C.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding, correct. It's actually 190 years. And each species can live for 250 years, but number 43. When did the third Jedi Purge took place? A. 110 ABY, B. 100 ABY, C. 120 ABY, or D. 130 ABY? And this is called first question.
Um, 130.
Ding ding ding, correct. It's actually 130 ABY. And that was the last one they did. Number 44. When were the Cloud City on the gas giant Bespin start to be constructed? A. 100 BBY, B. 200 BBY, C. 600 BBY, or D. 400 BBY?
See?
600?
Yeah.
Ain't wrong, it's actually D. 400 BBY.
Dang.
Number 45. How old were Jedi Master Mace Windu when he was killed by Darth Sidious? A. 65 years, B. 59 years, C. 53 years, or D. 60 years?
Mm, D.
60 years? Ain't
Mm-hmm.
wrong, it's actually C. 53 years. Number 46. Which Jedi Master cut off the bounty hunter Jango Fett's head? A. Obi-Wan Kenobi, B. Yoda, C. Mace Windu, or D. Plo Koon?
See?
C.
Yup.
Anything correct is actually Mace Windu, and that actually happened in the Star Wars Episode 3, the Clone Attack of the Clones. Number 47. How old were Jango Fett when he was killed? A. 44 years, B. 35 years, C. 42 years, or D. 49 years? And this is actually Malaka's question.
Mm.
So the question was, how old were Jango Fett when he was killed? 44 years, 35 years, 42 years, or 49 years?
Hmm. 49.
Ain't wrong exactly. A, 44 years. Number 48. What species did Jedi Master Tuvoka belong to? A. Human. B. Duro. C. Wookiee. Or D. Miriluka?
A final.
A.
Yep.
Ain't wrong exactly. C. Wookiee. And the species known as Miriluka, they are actually born blind, all of them, but they still use the Force by that way as in order to seeing around. Number 49. When were the Hut space formed? A. 11,000 BBY. B. 15,000 BBY. C. 20,000 BBY. Or D. 18,000 BBY. It's either 11,000, 15,000, 20,000, or 18,000.
Can you say it one more time?
This is actually a Goldfire's question.
That was
I know, I'm the one that
Valkyrie, but
asked.
No, I mean Hayden asked in a
no.
private.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Right.
So the question was, when were the Hut space formed? A. 11,000 BBY. B. 15,000 BBY. C. 20,000 BBY. Or D. 18,000 BBY.
C. Final.
You said C. Wrong, it's actually B. 15,000 BBY. And since Hayden is back, so the next question will be his. Unless if he's gonna play though. Are you? Okay. How long were the center point station? A. 117 miles. B. 217 miles. C. 417 miles. Or D. 517 miles. Use it C. Wrong, exactly B. 217 miles. And here's the thing. Most of these things that I actually find is from Wikipedia, which is an actual website, but most of most of like the length of certain objects, like from ships, stations, you name it, they were actually in meters, not in miles or anything like or feet length. They're only like in meters or kilometers. But I had to change that in order so that you guys would understand more, since you're probably used to this. Okay, hard question for game guy. 51. When were the Centerport station built? A. 50,000 BBY, B. 80,000 BBY, C. 100,000 BBY, or D. 90,000 BBY?
Alright. What do we got? Well, alright. A final.
You said A. Wrong, exactly. B. C. 100,000 BBY. Goldfire next. 52. Trick question. Had Jedi Master Plo Koon a niece in the Jedi Order, yes or no?
Yes.
Ding ding ding, correct, exactly yes. Unfortunately, even she died during the Order 66. Number 53 for Hayden. When did the mysterious species Celestial vanish from the galaxy? A. 25,000 BBY, B. 19,000 BBY, C. 30,000 BBY, or D. 22,000 BBY? He said B. Uh, wrong, it's actually C. 30,000 BBY, but it was close. Ooh, this is a good question for you, game guy. Number 54. Traveling to the planet Dorian is very limited to what reason? What is it? A. Two black holes in a system. B. An asteroid belt. C. Solar flare activity. Or D. Planetary field, a shield.
Uh, C final.
B. Asteroid
C.
field. C.
Yes.
Wrong, exactly A. Two black holes. Well, technically, it wouldn't be. Normally, if it's a black hole in a system, it wouldn't be realistically. I mean, like, if you put one black hole in our system, Earth wouldn't be much habitable for a long time. It would eventually be slowly pulled into it. But having two black holes in a system, it seems very unlikely a system which has two black holes that still a planet that contain life would have not been affected by it, because it goes like, totally against the law of physics. Even Goldfire would probably agree with me on that one. I mean, but that depends, of course, on the size of the black holes. But
Mm.
still, regardless, black holes are regardless. Black holes in a star system, like if we had one in our solar system, even if they were near the edge of the beyond, just a little bit further away from Pluto, still it would still affected us, but depend on the size of it. If it was a small one, it might have not been affected much, but if it was a big one, yeah, the tidal forces could eventually pull us. Um, in Star Wars, Earth, well, Earth was actually never seen in any of the movies or in any of the shows. But it did actually appear in a comic book series, but only briefly. But it was considered as non-canon. In that is where Han Solo and Chewbacca crash land on Earth. Han was killed by Native Americans by an arrow in his chest, and Chewbacca or Chewie was alive. And here's the twist: the ones who discovered Millennium Falcon and the remains of Han Solo was none other than Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones finds the starship and the remains of Han Solo, and Chewbacca was still alive, as he was he was basically the basic and the fundamental of the story and the legend of Bigfoot. I mean, can you blame him? Because Chewbacca's species, the Wookiees, they look like a Bigfoot. No, Hayden, that's not canon at all. Here's the reason. Even a lot of this information of from this quiz that we're using aren't even considered canon anymore. Here's one other small detail. The planet where Maul calamari are from is called Dak in Legends. But in the far future in the series, that planet became uh, inhabitable because in the future Sith would eventually cause genocide on the people, wiping out almost an entire life on the planet. But in canon, it's called Mount Calamari and still populated. So a lot of this information is considered as non-canon from my use. But there is some when you're talking about Earth in the Star Wars, um, there were actually supposed to be one form of um, uh, star star tours where they having tours trips to Earth, which is supposedly located in the galaxy of what happened. But that is also considered as not canon. So, but it would have been surprising though. But where and from which world are the humans in that particular galaxy from? Well, it's generally believed Coruscant is the main homeworld of the species. But who knows? Number 55 for Gengai, or sorry, for Goldfire. How many wives did the Jedi Master Gia have? A. 1, B. 3, C. 2, or D. 5? Excuse me.
Five.
Ding ding ding, correct. Exactly 5 wives. Number
Hmm.
56. Who killed Luke Skywalker's wife, Mara Jade? A. Boba Fett. B. Bosk. C. Jason Solo. Or D. Brakis.
Alright, D20, don't fail me now. Well, you actually have like 13 times, but you know what I mean.
Um,
Oh,
there's Hayes' question.
Oh,
yeah. He's a B. Bosk. Ain't wrong's actually C. Jason Solo. Jason Solo, well, he's actually in the Legends. He is actually the son of Han Solo and Leia Organa Solo, the twin brother of Jaina Solo. That family was a lot of twisted. You know what? Because since they had twins first and then later a son named Anakin after his grandfather, Anakin died. I think he was only between 14 or 16 years old during a fact of gave the time of I think it was in a battle, and Jason himself fell to the dark side and became known as Darth Hydus, who eventually was killed in a duel against his own twin sister. After he had killed Luke's wife. So and well, and in fact, Jaina would eventually get married himself with a man who later became the new emperor of a new galactic empire, not the same as the before one though. But at least the good thing is Jason actually had a daughter with another Jedi, which also force sensitive. Anyways, number 57 for Game Guide. The planet Doran has a unique gas. What is its name? A. Norin gas. B. Doran gas. C. Vorin gas. Or D. Borin gas.
D final.
Hmm?
I said D.
B or D?
D.
B?
D.
D. Boring gas? Wrong. It's actually B. Doran gas, as the planet's name.
Yeah, that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's a reason why, because in the earlier question is that if Locoon, which is part of this species on this planet, he can't survive in any atmosphere that there is oxygen, because he will eventually suffocate. But he can survive with his mask on in space, but only for a short time. Number 58. How long did the Galactic Federation of Free Alliances lasted before it was reorganized? A. 10 years. B. 18 years. C. 13 years. Or D. 12 years. And this was actually Malaka's or Goldfire's question.
Mm, the final.
Huh?
D.
D. Wrong. It's actually C. 13 years. This was actually replaced the New Republic. Eventually, the Republic fell, and yeah, so number 59 for Hayden. How old were Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn when he was killed by Darth Maul? A. 55 years. B. 52 years. C. 60 years. Or D. 65 years. He said C. And you didn't correct. It's actually C. 60 years. Here's another part of that. In Legend, he's 60 years old, but if you go to canon, he's not the same age. That's another difference about what they changed of it. Number 60 for Game Guide. What color were the blade on Leia's lightsaber? A. Yellow. B. Green, C. Blue, or D. Orange?
C.
Blue? Ding ding ding,
Yep.
correct. It's actually blue. Number 61, trick question for Goldfire. Infinite Empire used the people's strong connection to the Force to power its spaceships, yes or no?
Let's see if it works again. I'm saying yes.
Ding ding ding, correct. It's actually yes.
Hmm.
Number 62. Jedi Master Quinlan Voss had a son. What is his name? A. Lordo Voss. B. Corto Voss. C. Norto Voss. Or D. Dorto Voss. I will put the name in a private, so you said B. Corto Voss. How do you know that was the right answer? But ding ding ding, correct. It's actually B. uh, Number 63. When were Jason Solo's daughter Alana born? A. 32 ABY, B. 38 ABY, C. 36 ABY, or D. 34 ABY? It's Game Guy's question.
It is indeed. C final?
C.
Yep.
Ding ding ding, correct. Exactly C. 46 ABY.
Epic.
Number 64 for Goldfire. How old were Gilead Pillion when he passed away? A. 71 years, B. 65 years, C. 92 years, or D. 89 years?
Mm, I'll say A.
71 years? No. So it's actually 92 years. We'll see. Number 65. How old were Darth Maul when he was killed? A. 50 years, B. 58 years, C. 54 years, or D. 52 years? Oh man. He says that I'm lacking on this sound. Man. Oh boy. Alright, I can do that since it's yours. And look. But yeah. Um you said C, 54 years. Ding ding ding, correct. It's actually C. If you think that when he was cut off in half in Phantom Menace, that was many people believed that he was killed. but it wasn't. He survived somehow, and but he later was killed on Tatooine by Obi-Wan Kenobi. That actually happened in Star Wars Rebels. Okay, number 66 for Game Guy. How
Okay, thank you.
big how big was the planet Mandalore's diameter in size? A. 5,716 miles. B. 6,716 miles. C. 8,760 miles, 16 miles. Or D. 7,716 miles.
A final.
Hmm?
A final.
Ding, 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 correct, exactly A. Goldfire. How tall is the Jedi Master Quinlan Vos? A. 7 feet 1 feet 7 feet 1 inches. B. 6 feet 5 inches. C. 6 feet 1 inches. Or D. 6 feet or 8 inches.
Uh, 6 foot 3 inches.
There aren't any.
Um,
Is that the 6'5" or 6'1" or 6'8" or 7'1"?
um, s- mm, I'm I'm gonna say 6'5".
Wrong, it's actually C, 6'1". Number 68 for trick question for Hayden. Did the Jedi Master Quinlan Vos ever fell to the dark side of the Force? Yes or no? He says no. Says actually yes, he did. Number when he did fell to the dark side. Well, this technically didn't happen in the show or that any of the movies, but only in the comics they had. Okay, number 69. How old were Bail, Prester, Urgana, or Leia's step adopted father when Death Star destroyed Alderaan? A. 55 years. B. 50 years. C. 67 years. Or D. 58 years.
What did that land on? That's 4. All right. A final.
A.
Yes, A.
Wrong. Exactly 67 years. C. Number 70 for Goldfire. Deep in the galaxy's galactic core, There's a supermassive black hole. How many masses does it have? A. 2 million, B. 5 million, C. 4 million, or D. 1 million?
Can you put choices in private chat? Mm, I'm just. I'm gonna go for 4 million.
C. Ding ding ding. Correct. Exactly 4 million. Trick question for Hayden. If it still can't even hear me, probably so well enough. But as always, can lightsaber crystals be synthetic? Yes or no? He said yes. Ding ding ding. Correct. It's actually yes. They can actually be synthetic in labs or natural ones. The Sith use mostly synthetic crystals, which made them red. Number 72 for Game Guy. How big are the Rebel Alliance head-moving headquarters spaceship Home 1? A. 3,265 feet. B. 2,265 feet. C. 4,265 feet. Or D. 5,265 feet.
Uh, B final.
Wrong, exactly C. 4,265 feet.
Of course it was. This
Brings
feels
back the C.
familiar.
Yeah, brings back the C, as Hayden said. Number 73 for Goldfire. How old were Admiral Gale Akbar when he passed away of old age? A. 59 years. B. 60 years. C. 50 years. Or D. 69 years.
Mm. Oh.
I have no clue. Mm.
Well, what do you say to that as an answer, though?
A.
A. 59 years.
That's my guess.
Wrong, it's actually D. 69 years. Number 74 for Hayden. Does Gil Akbar have a niece in the new Jedi Order? Yes or no? He said no. Wrong. It's actually yes. Number 75 for Game Guy. How tall is Jedi Master Kukruk? A. 6 feet 2 inches. B. 7 feet 4 inches. C. 6 feet 5 inches. Or D. 7 feet of 5 inches.
Let's find out. B final?
B.
Yep.
Wrong. Exactly. C. 6 feet to 5 inches. Number 76 for Goldfire. How old?
Someone really put a C jinx on Game Guy.
I hate my life.
Probably. Get out of here.
Oh, let's see.
Get out of here, you stupid mosquito. Anyways,
Smack it. Squash it.
eat it.
The
Please
mosquito.
don't eat it.
No. I'll let it be.
I thinking you were
Uh,
saying beat it.
gas it.
Yikes.
Shrek would do that for you.
Yeah, why don't you give him a call?
Because I don't have a swamp hotline number.
That's not what he said last night. Oh my
Really, dude?
goodness.
Really, dude?
I couldn't help myself. I had to say it. I'm sorry. Oh, good times, good times. Whatever. Just say the damn answer.
Or
Before I
question,
lose
because he
this.
didn't read it. Because of the mosquito distraction.
Okay.
You said 76.
Yeah, 76. How tall were Jedi Master Yarel Poof? Yeah, that is his actual name, Yarel Poof.
Great name.
I put that in it. I can put that in the privacy of yourself. See how it's spelled. Don't sue me on this one. It's not my the one. I not the one to became about the name. But anyways, how tall was he? A. 8 feet 4 inches. B. 6 feet 9 inches. C. 8 feet 8 inches. D. 7 feet.
Whose turn is it even? I don't even know.
It's Hayden's turn.
No, it's mine.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Um, choices again?
Ay, ay, ay. 8 feet 4 inches. 6 feet 9 inches. 8 feet 8 inches. Or 7 feet.
I'll say C.
You said C. Indeed incorrect. It's actually 8 feet and 8 inches. 8 inches. That's a tall one. Number 77 for Hayden. How old were Mara
Oh,
Jade? Oh,
he gone.
bye. Alright, game guys gonna again. How old were Mara Jade Skywalker when Jason Solo killed her? A. 52 years. B. 59 years. C. 57 years. Or D. 62 years.
Uh, the final.
D, 62
Yep.
years. Wrong, exactly. C, 57 years.
Just no words.
Number 78, hard question for Goldfire. How long did the Galactic Civil War last before it was officially over? A, 16 years. B, 11 years. C, 19 years. Or D, 20 years.
20.
Wrong, it's actually 19 years.
Hmm.
Number 79. How long did the Second Galactic Civil War last until it was officially over? A, 4 years. B, 8 years. C, 1 year. Or D, 6 years.
Oh, let's see what we got. Actually, you know what? The final.
6 years?
Yep.
Wrong, it's actually 1 year. C.
Of course. The one time I don't use the D20, it's not C. Cool. Why not?
Uh,
It's been a long day. Okay.
yeah, pretty much.
This this
Number
this will make
80.
the great iconic StreamYard news. Game Guy was hit by a Jinx Dealer C and will forever be seen.
But you be quiet.
Num- Number 80. Trick question.
I'm just joking.
We know, we know. Number 80. Trick question for you, Goldfire. Were Luke Skywalker ever cloned? Yes or no?
No.
Wrong, exactly yes. He were. Number 81. How old were Jaina Solo when she got married with Yaget Fell? A, 29 years. B, 35 years. C, 36 years. Or D, 28 years.
See.
C.
Yep.
Wrong, it's actually B, 35 years.
Switcheroo.
Number 82. This is the final question. How old were Jagged Fell when he got married with Jaina Solo? A, 31 years. B, 39 years. C, 37 years. Or D, 32 years.
I'll say 39.
Wrong, it's actually C, 37 years.
Okay, don't start putting this stuff on me now. I had nothing to do with this shit.
Oh, man. That was fun. Unless you want to go for another round of 80 questions.
Nah. We, but I'm gonna be right back in there. Maybe right after this little stream ends. Um, we could do Super Millionaire,
All right.
but I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
yeah. I thought the stream will be over soon, anyways.
You asshole!
What?
When you said private chat,
Oh, right. Which part of it?
the minus 11 billion, and the part of you calling me a pigian.
Vision?
Oh, you were. I don't know what the fuck my mind was thinking right there with a pigian. What the fuck? I must have been reading it wrong. At least it's not. It's not a Star Wars creature.
Nope.
Mm. I could see Kovu being Jar Jar Binks in a Star Wars film. I mean, he has a long tongue to talk with.
Oh, yeah. You know, about that,
I'll be
um,
right back, though.
the
All
funny
right.
thing about your. Alright. The funny thing about Jar Jar Binks in the Legends, or in canon, um, he actually served the Empire as a senator, but after the Empire fell, he he was when he went back to his home planet Naboo, where he was hated by both his own people and humans of his involvement in the Imperial Senate. So he became a clown. I mean, literally, he became a street performant clown. It's just, and a lot of people didn't even like him, even before that, after he first made appearance in the first movie, though. I mean, in episode one. It was not a great time, but what can you do?
Whose turn is it, honestly?
Hmm?
Whose turn is it, honestly? I don't even know.
Ah, we're done.
Okay.
We're done for. Yeah, we're done for now.
How many points did I even have in all? 9? I mean, that's not so bad.
Yeah, next time will be about the tons of French. So,
Wow, what a
yeah,
surprise you choose that.
yeah, I probably should end his stream here. So, well, everyone, that's been fun. So, until next time, this is Fish Diablo signing off. Bye.
And goodbye.